What if I told you that saving your first $10,000 has almost nothing to do with how much you earn? Most people think saving money requires a high salary. They are completely wrong. Let me give you a real example. I know a teacher in Ohio who saved $15,000 in 1 year on a $48,000 salary. I also know a software engineer in San Francisco making $140,000 who has nothing saved at all. The difference between them is not income. It is system. Today I am going to show you the exact 6-step system to save your first $10,000, even on a modest income, even if you have tried and failed before. Stick around, because step 3 is the one most people skip, and it is the single most powerful thing you can do for your finances. Why 10,000 is the magic number? Before we get into the steps, let me explain why 10,000 specifically matters. It is not a random number. $10,000 is what behavioral economists call the threshold of financial confidence. Below 10,000, you live one unexpected car repair, one medical bill, one job loss away from disaster. Above 10,000, something shifts in your brain. You start making decisions from a place of security instead of fear. You can say no to a bad boss. You can take a calculated risk. You can sleep at night. A study from Northwestern University followed 2,000 Americans for 5 years. People who hit $10,000 in savings reported 43% lower financial stress and were 28% more likely to negotiate a raise within the next year. The money itself is useful. But the confidence it gives you is what actually changes your life. That is why this matters so much. And that is why I want you to take this seriously. Now let me show you exactly how to get there. Step 1. Track every dollar for 30 days. Before you can save anything, you need to know where your money is actually going. Most people are shocked when they actually track their spending for the first time. Studies from the Bureau of Labor Statistics show the average person underestimates their monthly spending by 30 to 40%. That means if you think you spend $2,000 a month, you are probably spending closer to $2,800. Here is what to do. For the next 30 days, write down every single purchase. Use a free app like Mint, Monarch, or just a simple spreadsheet. Don't change your behavior yet, just observe. At the end of the month, look at your 3 biggest spending categories outside of rent and food. I guarantee at least one of them will completely surprise you. For me, it was Amazon. Tiny purchases that added up to over $400 a month. Step 2. Set a real number you can picture. $10,000 sounds huge. But broken down, it is just $833 a month for 12 months. Or $417 every 2 weeks. Or just $28 a day. Suddenly it feels a lot more achievable. Here is the psychological trick that actually works. Open a separate savings account, not your regular checking account, and name it. Literally call it My 10K Fund, or Future Me, or Freedom Account. Research from the Common Sense Lab at Duke University shows that people who name their savings accounts save 20% more than people who do not. The name creates emotional ownership. Your brain stops seeing it as money you could spend, and starts seeing it as a future version of yourself. Step 3. Automate the transfer before you see the money. This is the step that separates people who save from people who say they are going to save. Set up an automatic transfer the day after your paycheck hits your account. Not a reminder. Not a plan to do it manually when you have leftover money. An automatic transfer that happens whether you want it to or not. Why does this work so powerfully? Because you never see the money. You cannot spend what you do not see. Behavioral economists call this paying yourself first. Even $50 per paycheck adds up dramatically over time. $50 twice a month is $1,200 a year. $100 twice a month is $2,400 a year. Start small if you have to, but start. The amount matters less than the habit. I cannot stress this enough. Skip this step and you will be exactly where you are next year. Take this step and you will be $10,000 richer. Step 4. Cut the 3 big money leaks. Small daily cuts matter, but big wins change the game. There are three specific categories where most people massively overspend without realizing it. First, subscriptions. The average American household pays for 9 streaming and software subscriptions, and actively uses only 4 of them. Log into your bank account right now and search for any recurring charge. Cancel anything you have not actively used in the last 30 days. Doing this alone saves most people $60 to $80 every single month. That is nearly $1,000 a year. Second, food delivery apps. A meal that costs $12 at the restaurant becomes $22 by the time you add delivery fees, service fees, and tip on an app. If you order delivery 3 times a week, that is roughly $1,500 extra a year going straight into the pocket of an app company. Cook at home twice more per week and you have just found your savings. Third, impulse purchases. Before any non-essential purchase over $50, apply the 48-hour rule. Just wait 2 full days. If you still want it after 2 days, buy it guilt-free. If you do not, you just saved $50 or more. Studies show that around 70% of the time, the urge completely disappears. That is real money you keep. The combined effect of fixing just these 3 leaks is usually $2,000 to $3,000 per year, without changing your lifestyle in any meaningful way. Step 5. Add one small income stream. Saving has a ceiling. At some point, you have cut everything you reasonably can. The only other lever is earning more. And here is the good news: you do not need to start a business, take a second job, or do anything drastic. Pick one skill you already have and freelance it on weekends. Write articles. Tutor online through Weezant or Preply. Sell things you do not use on Facebook Marketplace. Pet sit through Rover. Drive Uber 4 hours one Saturday a month. You do not need thousands of extra dollars. Even $200 extra a month accelerates your timeline dramatically. $200 a month for 12 months is $2,400 added directly to your savings. If you can do $300 a month, $3,600. That single step often shaves 4 months off your timeline to $10,000. Step 6. Park it in a high-yield account. This last step is the easiest and the one most people get completely wrong. Do not let your savings sit in a regular checking or savings account at a traditional bank. Most of them pay you 0.01% interest. That is essentially nothing. Open a high-yield savings account at an online bank. Right now, in 2026, the best options pay between 4 and 5% annual interest. The top choices include Marcus by Goldman Sachs, SoFi, Ally Bank, and Wealthfront Cash. All are FDIC insured. All are free. The difference between 0.5% and 5% on $10,000 is $450 a year for doing absolutely nothing different. That is free money just for choosing the right account. The 3 biggest mistakes people make. Before we wrap up, let me share the 3 mistakes I see over and over that completely derail people from reaching their first 10,000. Avoid these and you are already ahead of most people. Mistake number 1, waiting until you have more income to start. People say I'll start saving when I make more. But the habits you build at 50,000 are exactly the habits you carry to 80,000 and 100,000. If you cannot save 5% of $50,000, you will not save 10% of 100,000. The amount of income is not the issue. The habit is the issue. Mistake number 2, treating savings as what is left over. If you save whatever happens to be left at the end of the month, you will save nothing. There is never anything left. Life expands to fill whatever income you have. This is why automation matters so much. Pay yourself first, then live on what remains. Mistake number 3, going too aggressive too fast and quitting. I have seen people decide to save 50% of their income, last 3 weeks, then give up entirely. Start with a number you can actually sustain, even if it is just 5%. Build the habit first. Increase the amount later. Slow and steady beats aggressive and broken every time. The honest truth about the first 10,000. I want to be real with you. Saving your first $10,000 is hard. It requires saying no to things you want. It requires discipline in weak moments. It requires watching your friends spend freely while you make choices they would not make. But here is what nobody tells you. After the first 10,000, it gets dramatically easier. You have built the habits. You have proven to yourself that you can do this. The second 10,000 comes faster than the first. The third comes faster than the second. Compounding works for habits the same way it works for money. This is how financial freedom actually starts. Not with a windfall. Not with a raise. With a decision to take control of the money you already have. Your action plan for this week. 3 things to do in the next 7 days. Number 1, download a budgeting app or open a spreadsheet and track your spending starting tomorrow. Number 2, open a high-yield savings account and give it a name that means something to you. Number 3, set up one automatic transfer, even if it is just $50 per paycheck. These 3 actions, done this week, will put you ahead of 90% of people who keep saying they will start saving next month, next year, next promotion. If this helped you, hit subscribe for more practical money advice every Tuesday and Friday. And drop a comment below. What is the hardest part of saving for you? I read every comment and I will reply. Small steps. Steady wealth. See you in the next one.